Right. Live streaming, everyone. We have about 1 minute to begin. I'm going to change out of my jammies, and today we are doing a Hatha Yoga class. So grab your yoga clothes. You can do yoga in your jammies, actually, because you're not at work like I am. But you'll want a mat and maybe a little drink of water and other good things that you might normally use. I'll be right back. All right. Welcome to Thursday, 10:30 a.m. live stream Hatha Yoga class. We will begin standing and have the feet nice and even. Open up the toes, work the glutes and the tail down a little bit, abs in, and lengthen through the spine. Nice tall spine, lifted chest. Take deep breath. And work on exhaling slowly. Smooth, slow exhale follows right into the next deep inhale. Breathe in till you're full. And exhale till you're empty. Repeat the cycle of deep, complete breath. Be aware of healthy, tall posture. And flow with the breath at your own pace, meaning if you're struggling with the breath, rest, modify, do whatever it is you need to do to stay in the flow of practice. We'll do nice, smooth lateral bend sequence. So go ahead and hold on to one wrist and stretch side to side. Keep integrating the core, meaning your navel is slightly in. And glide side to side in a nice, smooth fashion. And when you're done with both sides, come back to center and relax the arms. And roll the shoulders. Both directions. Deep breath as we warm up slowly. Roll the wrists. both directions. And roll out the hips. Both directions. Next is the knees. Bring the feet together and roll the knees. And do both directions. And stand tall. Lift the arms. Weave the fingers together and push up through the palms. And then bend and extend the arms numerous times. Keep integrating the abs. Warming up the shoulders slowly. All the while breathing. And relaxing the arms. Let's do a couple half sun salutations. Arms lift. And exhale, fold over the legs. You might need to bend the knees. Half lift, nice strong flat back. And fold over the legs. Straight back lift. Pass through that half position. Stand up. Bring the arms up. And relax the arms. Again, inhale, arms up. Abs in. Exhale. Fold over the legs. And half lift. Flat back. Full fold. And straight back lift. Lengthen through the spine. Bring the arms up. Relax the arms. And one more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Half lift. Full fold. Straight back lift. Rise on up. And then this time take a reverse prayer, stretching the triceps. The hands in a prayer position, fingertips reaching low, drawing into that core and the small ribs. And then arms up, hands down, downward dog. And walk the dog a little bit, pedaling out the heels and breathing very steady. And both heels press and press firm through the hands. And knees down. Let's go ahead and fold the arms under the head and rest the head on the folded arms. And let's come back to hands and knees and roll out the back. when you're ready, lower to face down. And reach back through the feet. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the chest, easy cobra, and then also lift the hands. And open up the chest a little more and hold with deep breath. Send the arms back, half locust. Keep the feet down. And go ahead and lower and place the hands alongside the chest. Inhale, locust, lifting legs and chest and rolling the knees in a little bit, or at least centering the heels. Shoulders low, chest open, and come on down. Inhale, cobra, using the arms just a little bit. Lift to your comfortable height, leave the elbows bent. And breathe. Come on down. Use the core and lift. Downward dog. And lift the right leg high, extended dog. Lower and switch sides, lifting the left leg high. And both feet on the ground. Knees lower. Let's go ahead and again take child's pose and just relax. And we'll go ahead and come back to hands and knees and lower to face down. Inhale, easy cobra, half locust, release, and then inhale, full locust, lifting the arms and legs, and again, working on rolling the knees in towards each other. Exhale, lower. Hands a little higher than the shoulders. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. And then extend the right arm overhead and gently roll to the side, holding the side of the head. Lift the left leg and keep the foot facing the side. Keep the feet in line with each other as you lift and lower the leg. Very smooth. And then, if you want to stretch, lift the bent knee and hold the bent leg. And then either keep holding like that or hold the foot and straighten part way. And if you feel loose enough and it's not hurting you, then you come into a full stretch. And if you're falling backwards, bend the bottom leg. Otherwise, the eventual goal for full challenge of strength, balance, and flexibility is to have both legs lengthened in tone, all the while breathing very deep. And we're going to work on lowering the leg with control. So we're building strength as we bring that leg down. And we'll switch the sides and hold the side of the head and flex the feet. And do a few leg lifts with the foot facing the side and in line with the other foot. And when you're ready, bend the knee and hold the bent knee. This is all you need to do for the stretch. But if you're able to, lengthen through the leg a little bit more and enjoy stretching all through the legs. And when you feel nice and complete, release from that stretch and come to face down. Next pose is Cobra. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then bring the hands a little lower and inhale, up dog. Or if you don't feel warmed up enough, just lift to neutral. Otherwise, a nice lifted chest in up dog, and then use the core for down dog. Child's pose. And let's come up to sitting or kneeling. If your knees hurt, sit differently. Sit in a way that's comfortable for a seated twist. We'll twist to the right, just for about 2 to 3 breaths. We'll twist to the left. Nice deep twist. And of course, breathe. Come back to center. Big step up with the right foot. Knee above ankle, like I'm showing here. And then take the right arm up. And lift out of the bottom shoulder. One more deep breath. Come on down. Take Crescent Lunge, where you lengthen the back leg. Maybe just hold the thigh, otherwise lift and bring the arms up. And then exhale, downward dog. And when you're ready, we're going to come on up to sitting or kneeling and then take a big step forward with the left foot. And again, having the knee above the ankle, very good alignment cue to memorize. And we'll twist. Now the shoulders may tend to get tense, but try and keep them low away from the neck and ears. If it feels good, lift the arm, otherwise hold the thigh or the low back. See how my spine is long here? Try not to round and twist. It's much better to lengthen and twist. And of course, breathe. And we'll come on down. Next is Crescent Lunge. Lengthen the back leg, then come on up and hold the thigh. Then if you like, lifting the arms and dropping the glutes a bit. Deep breath. Exhale, downward dog. Knees on the ground. Lengthen through the spine. Turning to the side of the mat and then walking or hopping the feet apart. Take the left hand under the right side of the chest. If you like, hold your low back, but otherwise twist with the right arm up. Come on down. Right hand under the left side of the chest. And take a nice twist. Left arm lifting out of that bottom shoulder and spreading the toes. And come on down. Hands placed. And bend the knees. Drop the glutes. Stand up. And open up the right foot and the arms. Next is triangle pose. You don't have to go super low. If you can keep opening the chest, eventually you can reach lower. But mainly focus on good form, nice strong legs. If you're hyper flexible in your knee, don't block it out, but do lengthen and open in the shoulders. One more deep breath. Come on up. And switch, turning the back foot up, opening that left foot, spreading the toes, lengthening the arms and the ribs, and taking Konasana, triangle pose. Holding higher is totally fine, even quite a bit, if that's what it takes to lengthen the spine and also not collapse the chest. Typically people will do this and it's not as good for your back, your core is not integrated and your chest isn't opening. So integrate, open, breathe into that space, and come on up. Opening the right foot and turning that back foot up a bit, spreading the toes. Warrior two, back leg strong. Opening the right knee, sitting nice and low into the pose, or you can be more lifted to be more relaxed. Otherwise, being steady in the pose, strong and flexible in the legs, all the while breathing. Relax arms and legs. Turn the back foot up. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Warrior two. Deep breath. And relax the arms and legs. Center the feet. Hinge down. And hold the ankles and breathe. And draw into the core. Let's go ahead and stand on up and slowly wiggle the feet in and come to the top of the mat. Top of the mat. Lift the arms, abs in. Exhale. Downward dog. Walk back and lift the hips high. Relax the head down. Push forward through the hands. Knees on the floor, point the toes. Extend the right leg and lift the left arm. And switch sides. And come back to center, release. Take the right arm under the body and lay down into it. Let's go ahead and switch sides. We'll do that longer at the end of class, but for now we're just relaxing just for a little bit. giving the body just a little bit of a break, but not too much of one. So we keep the fire going and we come back to hands and knees. And now we're nice and relaxed and loosened up for a plank. Top of a push-up, plank, and either stack the legs or do a kickstand, side plank. Come on down, and other side, side plank. And come on down and lower all the way down. And inhale, Cobra. Come on down. Use the core and lift. And downward dog. Yeah, knees on the ground. Let's go ahead and turn to the side again and walk or lightly hop the feet apart. And take the left hand under the right side of the chest. And again, twist. Right arm up, lifting on that bottom shoulder. Deep breath. Smoothly switching the sides. And come on down. Draw into the abdominals. Stand on up. And open up the right leg and the arms. And this time, left arm behind the back. Triangle, variation 2, opening the chest and taking deep breath. Inhale, lift with the core, and turn the back foot up. Open the left foot. Right arm behind the back. Open the chest. Triangle variation 2, spreading the toes. Breathing deep, being very steady. And let's go ahead and lift on up and come back to the right side. Turn the back foot up. The right foot opens fully and take warrior 2. And now side angles pose. If it's better for you, you can have the arm on the thigh. Holding the ground is nice, or a block or stack of books if you have that. Take one more breath. And then come back to warrior 2. Sit nice and low. And relax the arms and legs. Turn the back foot up. Open the left foot. Spread the toes. Warrior 2. Side angle. And come on back to warrior 2. And relax arms and legs. Bring the feet just a little bit closer together. And open the feet and take horse stance or Devi Asana. Bend low, use the hands to help widen. Either keep the hands there or bring the arms up and stand up tall. And And come on up and relax the arms and legs. And slowly bring the feet closer together. And gradually stand back at the top of the mat. Hold the wall and stretch the right thigh. Breathing deep as you're releasing the thigh muscle. Taking time to exhale slowly. And switching sides. And we're going to come back to stretching the right thigh. And then this time with the option of holding the floor or a block or any other tall item you can hold. You can also just hold the wall again. So the thigh lifts till it's parallel and the heel is right against the glute. You're squaring down through the hips. Put a big bend in the standing leg and come on up. Let's do that on the other side. Draw in the core, stretching the thigh. Either hold the wall, stay upright if you like, go down part way. You hold something like a tall mat or a block, even just a stack of books. Otherwise, fingertips on the ground, back thigh is lifted, the heel into the glute square, you're breathing. And come on up, and we'll take that nice release. The next pose is a squat, so you can have the feet kind of wide and squat. If your knees or ankles are really hurting in the squat, then do a Baddha Konasana instead, like sitting down, feet together, knees out. It's a different stretch, but it's a hip opener, so anything that feels good on your back and hips is fine to do if you can't do this. Either way, we'll take deep breath. And then carefully sit down. And next pose is Upavishta Konasana. Now you can do it in phases. You hold the feet and just lean back, really straighten the spine, lift the heels just a bit. This is the first phase, and this is all you have to do. Next phase is to open a little bit more, and then eventually straighten the legs part way. And if you can keep the spine straight and not overstretch the hamstrings, you get a really deep lift, really lengthen, really lift the chest. Breathe. And if you'd like a challenge, you do a one leg form. Bend one leg, but you keep the lift in the spine and lift in the other leg. And then switch. And coming back to the full pose. And relaxing and switching back to the hands and knees. We'll roll out the back a few times. And the challenge option is to flip the hands backwards as you do this. And when you're ready, take the hands, have them facing forward. Downward dog. And plank pose. And lower all the way down. Face down, point the feet back. And inhale, Cobra Pose. Exhale, lower. Try the hands a little higher and wider. And again, Cobra, and this time we'll hold. The shoulders opening, the breath full and deep, very steady in the pose. And come on down. And we'll do that a third time. Now, after you've rested a bit, notice how you feel. If you felt like that last stretch was super easy, bring the hands lower and you'll go deeper. If it was hard, maybe do Sphinx instead, like be on your arms, on your forearms and elbows, or just keep the hands high and wide. Otherwise, bringing the hands further back, that will take you a little deeper into the Cobra, a little more compression in the spine. Compression, when it's done just the right amount, is good. If it's done all in one area and excessively, it's bad. So just the right amount of even compression through the low and mid back and lifting the chest, trying to open up in the chest and breathing. Yeah, come on down. Turn the head to the right, rest the arms. And breathing. And head comes to the other side. And neck and shoulders relax. Head comes back to center. Let's go ahead and gradually lift. And we'll adjust to having the legs out from underneath. We'll bend the legs, lift the knees, and extend into a VC, Navasana. If you need the knees bent, holding the legs, that's fine. If you can keep the knees high and the chest high, really work that lift. Breathe. One more long breath. Breathe in. Take your time. Breathe out. Still holding. And at the end of the exhale, lower the feet on the ground. Use the hands to pull on the shins. Renew the length of the spine. And then one more round. Navasana, or the VC, we call it. If you can't make the V, do the partial pose. Otherwise, the full Navasana. Really lengthen the spine. Breathe. And then switch back to the hands and knees. Downward dog. Right foot steps up. Slow step for the core, raised runner. Knee right on top of the ankle. Left arm down, right arm up. Come on down and then glide in. Feet parallel and as wide as the outer hips, Parsvottanasana. If you're newer to this, you'll need knees bending maybe, but if you can lengthen and tone the legs, that's good. You'll work on flattening the back, lifting the chest, and then taking the right arm up, maybe just holding the back, otherwise rotated triangle. This is too much, stay in the previous pose, or do the twist in the lunge like we did already. Come on down, glide back, downward dog, and taking Cobra back to down dog. And take a very light step up with the left foot and take a nice twist. Rotated raised runner. And come on down and glide into Parsvottanasana. Rounding into the feet, push into the heels, relaxing the neck. And work on lifting the chest, lengthening the spine, and twisting the left arm up and the back leg super strong. You can hold the back if you need. You want to have a flat back, not rounding and twisting. But if you need to modify, feel free to do so. Stay in the previous two poses if you prefer. Otherwise, about 2 more breaths here. Come on down and take downward dog. And if you like, you can take a cobra or an up dog, but you don't have to. Just rest if you prefer. Otherwise, activate and open the chest and draw into the core and push back. Downward dog. Next is Swan Pose, bringing the right knee forward and working the hips low and lifting the chest. If you need, modify. If the knee hurts, sit on a cushion or have it to the center. You can also do a lunge or a cradle if you really don't feel good in this pose. We'll take a nice forward bend, just relaxing, breathing very deep. Come on up. And we'll switch sides. Exhale. Downward dog. And left side, Swan Pose. And working the hips down, lifting up through the chest. Notice how you feel. Skip it or modify as needed. Take a forward bend when you're ready. And come on up. And exhale, glide back. Downward dog. Let's try child's pose with the knees really wide. Sink into it, let the hips stretch. Continue with that nice hip opening theme. And maybe lengthen the arms if that feels good, but you don't want your shoulders tense. It's also nice to just soften them. Let the arms be like noodles. And we'll go ahead and come on up. And adjust to the side. And we're going to take the legs into a nice straddle. Stretch to the right side, holding the leg, eventually holding the foot, and breathing. Let's go ahead and try the other side. Nice deep stretch and deep breath as well. Lengthening the spine, softening the neck, lowering the shoulders, reaching forward through the chest. And release, come back to center, switch to a cross-legged position, and let's just close the eyes and lengthen through the spine. Now let's set up to release onto the back. And there's room, lower back and down. And take knees to chest. Feet to the ground, open the knees and enjoy butterfly stretch. And if you like, you can have the hands resting on the chest, or I like to have the hands under the head, helping to provide natural cushioning and just take time to relax. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, knees to chest. Legs to left, body twist right. Other side. Come back to center, and then try taking the left foot down and then a half spider. The ankle on the right side above the knee and the knee widening a bit. 5 deep breaths, letting the leg muscles stretch, but also relaxing in the shoulders, lengthening in the neck, working the hips downward. And switching sides. Take your time to ease into it. Notice how you feel. It's actually quite common to have one side be quite a bit stiffer, so you can go slower into that. You always do it extra on your own. Doing the stiffer side extra is the key to finding balance. But for the sake of balance, in this class, we'll do both sides about 5 breaths. So that should be about 2 or 3 more. Deep breath. And release. Lengthen through the legs, relax the arms, and take Shavasana, closing the eyes and concluding with the breath, softening to an effortless, natural breath. Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Come back to knees to chest. Back to a comfortable seat. And we'll conclude practice with a clearing breath and a round of Om. Inhale to begin. And breathing in for Om. Namaste. Thank you all very much. This has been our regular Thursday Hatha Yoga class. Classes are for donations, so you can click the link below and send a donation if you're able to. You can also share the saved link, the YouTube link gets saved to friends, whether they can afford donations or not. Both is good. Classes for everyone. So share with your friends. Keep practicing. We're going to do a Saturday Vinyasa class at 10:30 a.m. California time. So that's coming up next. And if you are local to the Santa Cruz area, I'm doing yoga in the park and core conditioning in the park Monday and Wednesday night core conditioning at 6 p.m., yoga at 10 a.m. on Sunday. So hit me up, send me comments or private messages for information about that. And we will do yoga with social distance and open air together if you are local. And if you are not, I'm going to continue these videos even when things are more back to normal in the world. I really enjoy streaming and having a broad audience throughout the world. So I will continue these, and please do continue to check in. Take care. I'm going to log off of the YouTube now. Oh yes, and if you haven't yet, please like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube. Always very helpful. Appreciate that a lot. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube world, do a little wave to the Facebook Live world. Yes.